Find the distance between each pair of points. Well, that requires a little guy called the distance formula. D equals big square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1, close it, square it, plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1, close it, square it. Now, we take our points and we take any point and label it x sub 1, y sub 1. We take any point and label it x sub 2, y sub 2. And then we plug stuff in and see what happens. Okay, so D equals big square root of x sub 2, which I labeled negative 6, minus x sub 1, which I labeled negative 2. So double negative, we'll deal with that in a minute. Plus y sub 2, which I labeled negative 8, minus y sub 1, which I labeled 2, close it, square it. Okay? So let's simplify that what we can. Double negative becomes a positive. So negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 squared. Plus negative 6 minus 2 is going, negative 8 minus 2 is going to be negative 10 squared. Simplify that a little bit. 16 plus 100. Negative 4 times itself is 16. Negative 10 times itself is 100. You become the square root of 116. Now this unit focuses on simplifying square roots. Anybody could run to a calculator and type out the square root of 116, get 10 point blah, 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 blah. I'm not interested in that. Let's go over here and see if we can make a factor tree out of 116. Okay, so if I rip a 2 out of there, I am left with 58. I can rip a 2 out of there, and that leaves me with, what is that, 29? Yeah. So that's going to be that. I can't do anything with 29. So what that means is I can turn the square root of 116 into 2 times 2 times 29. When you're simplifying square roots, you circle a pair of identical factors inside the square root and pull out one of them. So bring out a 2, leave the 29, and the answer to this guy is going to be 2 root 29, which is roughly 10 point something. I'm not going to worry about 10 point what because anybody could use a calculator. I want to do it this way. Just like the Backstreet Boys say, that they want it that way. Well, I want it this way. Remember them? Backstreet Boys? Like and subscribe, please.